I have no problem devoting the rest of my life to making change and saving other kids.
In a Fox 23 follow-up, the father of the 9-month-old killed in a murder-suicide last month in Rogers County is working to create a law in his son's memory. Your heart just goes out to him. That law would aim to make changes when it comes to parents' visitation rights and previous mental health crises.
Fox 23's Scott Martin explains what he and lawmakers hope to do with Billy's Law.
Billy Jacobson is still grieving the loss of his 9-month-old son and the 2 other kids who investigators say were killed by their mother. He's now working on legislation called Billy's Law.
If somebody breaks visitation or custody, that there's actually a monetary or a jail time penalty for doing so. Up to this point, everyone assumes there is one, and there's not.
Last month, investigators say the crime happened during a supervised visit. Jacobson says a professional should be the one supervising, not friends or relatives.
That should not be the case. There's too many people with their own agendas. The last one we had was great, but the fact of the matter is she's a friend. She's not trained to see the things that she needs to see, and it wasn't her fault she didn't. That's where DHS should have been stepping in and making sure that's who we had.
That's another thing he hopes to have in Billy's Law. District 19 Representative J.J. Humphrey calls what happened a complete system failure.
When you look at an incident that has had numerous red flags before it happened, mental health involved, DHS involved, the courts involved, guardian ad litem involved. Same thing happened months before. Hey, there's no excuse. And when we see that, that's what we call a massive system breakdown.
He's helping write Billy's Law and says he wants it to ensure that parents with history of severe mental illness, abuse, or other unlawful issues have rights stripped.
We're not going to put children back into those settings.
Both Representative Humphrey and Jacobson say they're not pointing fingers, but they hope to help save another family from the loss and heartache. Jacobson has actually created an email for people who want to get involved with Billy's Law. They can get in contact with him directly. That email is changeforbilly@gmail.com. Reporting in Rogers County, covering news that matters, I'm Scott Martin, Fox 23 News.
Now, they hope to introduce Billy's Law during the next legislative session in February. Jacobson is also working with the child advocacy group on some of the language.